We are coming into summer and the month of June, and a batch of new PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 game releases. Look, June doesn't have what I would say a lot of marquee titles, but man, there's a lot of variety. There's a lot of games that I'm personally really looking forward to. You've got a big game going free to play. You've got narrative-driven adventures. You've got JRPGs. You've got action games. You've got everything in between, racing games. We're gonna go over 15 games, and let's just get right into it, and let's start things off with Rainbow Studios and THQ Nordic's MX vs ATV Legends. This is probably a franchise a lot of you guys are a little nostalgic with. The game notes, race your way to victory on bikes, ATVs, and UTVs in MX vs ATV Legends, featuring massive new open environments plus a career mode that lets you experience all the risks and rewards of becoming a world-famous professional rider, become an off-road racing legend in your own right. Your time is now. The game also features race-in 2-player split-screen and 16-player online mode with squad-based gameplay. Compete in a new career mode where your choices lead to different paths, sponsorship opportunities, and special invitational events. Experience the brand new Trails mode for high-intensity outdoor racing with new surprises around every turn, challenging your riding style in new ways. Customize your rider and vehicles with the latest parts and gear from the leading manufacturers in off-road racing. MX vs ATV Legends is due out on June 28th. Next up, we have Supermassive Games' The Quarry. Now, this is a game, if you're not familiar with Supermassive Games, they put out Until Dawn, which was kind of their breakout title, but recently they've been working with Bandai Namco and putting out the Dark Pictures anthology game. The Quarry is being published by 2K Games, and once again, a very narrative-driven adventure game here where choices are going to matter. The game notes, when the sun goes down on the last night of summer camp, 9 teenage counselors are plunged into an unpredictable night of horror. The only thing worse than the blood-drenched locals and creatures hunting them are the unimaginable choices you must make to help them survive. The game notes a stunning cinematic experience, cutting-edge facial capture, and film lighting techniques combined with incredible performances from an iconic ensemble cast of Hollywood talent, bringing the horrors of Hackett's Quarry to life in a pulse-pounding cinematic thrill ride. Adjustable difficulty for all gameplay elements. Let players of any skill level enjoy the horror, and if you prefer to watch rather than play, movie mode lets you enjoy The Quarry as a binge-worthy cinematic thriller. Really like that as an inclusion. Select how you want the story to unfold, kick back, and munch on some popcorn in between all of the screams. The Quarry is scheduled for a release on June the 10th, and if you're a fan of narrative-driven titles, and one that actually does have cooperative play in it as well, this is going to be something to check out. Again, June 10th is when this drops. Next up, major release on PlayStation 5 and a PlayStation 4 title going free-to-play. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout is going free-to-play on June 21st, and it will be seeing its PlayStation 5 release. But yes, now it is going free-to-play. Fall Guys had an insane amount of buzz when it initially came out. It was the game that everybody was talking about, everybody was streaming. Kind of fell off. I mean, that's the story with a lot of multiplayer games, where they have a huge jolt initially, and then sustainability is always going to be something that's a bit difficult. But Fall Guys has still sustained, a decent player base. The game itself is a massively multiplayer party game with up to 60 players online in a free-for-all struggle through round after round of escalating chaos until one victor remains. Obviously, it's a game that really emphasizes multiplayer, the party aspect of gaming, and I think going free-to-play is a smart idea for the game. Again, a lot of people are going to be disappointed by the fact that they spent money on it, but if you didn't check out Fall Guys, if you didn't check it out when it was a PlayStation Plus title, now you're going to be able to check it out for free, and it will be coming to PlayStation 5 come June 21st. Next up, we have the follow-up to an excellent narrative-driven game. AI The Somnium Files is getting a sequel in nirvanA Initiative. AI The Somnium Files 2, essentially. Special Agents Mizuki and Ryuki, along with their AI partners Aiba and Tama, are tasked to solve the bizarre half-body serial killings in this sequel to the critically acclaimed AI The Somnium Files. 6 years ago, the right half of a corpse was discovered. The left half was never found until 6 years later, completely fresh with no signs of decay. Now Special Agents Mizuki and Ryuki, along with their AI partners, are tasked to solve the bizarre half-body serial killings. And of course, this is going to be another anime-stylized narrative-driven mystery title. AI The Somnium Files, the initial release, that was a really good game. And if you're a fan of Spike Chunsoft games, it's going to be right up your alley if you never checked it out. I would recommend you to play that. Play that regardless, because it's just a great game, but then after you play that, it will probably get you excited for the follow-up. AI The Somnium Files nirvanA Initiative is out on June 24th. Next up, a fighting game that's been getting a little bit of buzz coming from Arc System Works, we have DNF Duel. Action fighting at its extreme. Enter the new beat-em-up world of Redout as your favorite character from the beloved Dungeon and Fighter franchise. The game notes action fighting at its extreme. One of the most popular and widely played RPGs in the world, Dungeon and Fighter is now back as a 2.5D action fighting game. Choose from 16 charming characters, each with their distinct skills and personalities. Outsmart, outplay, or downright beat up your opponents and become the master of the ultimate will. The game's got an online mode with rank match, player matches, and ranking systems, local mode, free battle, story mode, arcade mode, and survival mode. You've got a practice mode and a collection with player profile, replays, library, gallery, glossary, and all that good stuff. If you're a fan of fighting games, this one, you guys know Arc System Works is always going to put out super stylish fighting games, and this one is another incredibly stylish one. DNF Duel is out on June 28th. Next up, we have the latest expansion to the Elder Scrolls Online, one of the more popular MMOs on the market, the Elder Scrolls Online High Isle. Welcome to the High Isle. As a part of Tamriel, never before seen in the Elder Scrolls, explore the idyllic ocean enclave and seat of chivalric culture as you confront the ruinous forces of the Ascendant Lord. Elder Scrolls Online was one of those MMOs that, much like Final Fantasy XIV, had quite a rocky start, but has recovered quite a bit, and I know it's a game that a lot of people are super invested into. Elder Scrolls Online will be getting its latest expansion in High Isle come June 6th. Next up, we have a brand new arcade racer. If you're a fan of Wipeout, this game should absolutely be on your radar, and that is Redout 2. Futuristic sci-fi racing, the fastest racing game in the universe. Redout 2 is a tribute classic arcade racing game and the sequel to the critically acclaimed Redout. Reach impossible speeds and exhilarating futuristic races across an extensive single-player campaign and competitive multiplayer. The key features note speed and control. In the tradition of anti-gravity racing classics like Wipeout and F-Zero, experience blazing fast speeds and an intuitive driving system that makes Redout 2 a blast to pick up and play, but also rewarding for those looking to master the game. An extensive career mode, fly through hundreds of events across 36 unique racetracks, all of which are reversible, from arena races and time attacks to last man standing and intense boss races. Dart past the competition and dominate the finish line. And of course, you've got competitive multiplayer in there with 12-player online races as well. Redout 2 was scheduled for a release in May, saw a slight delay, but it will be out June 16th. Next up, we have a brand new dark atmospheric title in Silt. This is a game that immediately you look at it and I feel like everybody's gonna get some Limbo vibes from it. The game notes dive into Silt's harrowing ocean abyss and unravel long-forgotten mysteries, explore the dangerous waters, possess sea creatures, and solve puzzles to travel deeper into darkness. Obviously, the game is going for an incredibly dark atmosphere and tone to it, but I like the style of the game. Nature has evolved into bizarre forms, discover strange organisms, unexplored ruins, and ancient machinery hidden beneath the water's surface, survive encounters with giant deep-sea Goliaths, harness their power to awaken a long-dormant force at the center of the abyss. Experience art brought to life. Silt's unsettling monochrome world is constructed from the sketches and dark imagination of artist Mr. Med. A harrowing journey awaits you. The game is scheduled for release the 1st of the month, so this one is right around the corner. Next up, another major release and of a very iconic franchise, Sonic Origins. Relive the classic adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles, and Sonic CD in a brand new remaster. Now, pricing-wise and release-wise, a little bit of a confusion to a lot of people. It will be $39.99 for the base game. Then there's a digital deluxe edition for $45. If you want some classic Sonic games, this one is going to be right up your alley. Of course, classic redefined. Explore the classic Sonic titles in high resolution with all new opening and ending animations for each title. New unlockables, classic and anniversary mode. Choose to spin dash your way through numerous zones in classic mode with the game's original resolution and limited lives, or the new anniversary mode with unlimited lives and revamped full screen resolution. Sonic is one of those IPs that's gaining a lot of steam recently. Sonic 2 just hit Paramount Plus, so if you want to see the movie, you can go and sign up for a free trial, watch them, maybe watch the Halo show while you're at it. Don't do that. But Sonic 2, and then Sonic Frontier is scheduled for a release later this year, and that game is shaping up to be something special as well. Sonic Origins, right around the corner. It'll be out June 23rd. Next up, we have Disgaea 6 Complete, finally coming to PlayStation 5 after seeing a Nintendo Switch release. It'll be on PS4 and PS5 June 28th. The Disgaea series continues its legacy. Meet Zed, a zombie that has risen above them all except one, a god of destruction. If you don't know, Disgaea is a game that can be pretty grindy at times, but at the same time, it's incredibly enjoyable. A bit comedic at times, but the comedy usually hits pretty well. In Disgaea 6 Defiance of Destiny unites a grim yet touching story with insane tactical combat while introducing gameplay elements never before seen in previous installments. As a result, new and returning players alike can craft a truly memorable and unique journey through the Netherworld. Bring the pain in battle with special attacks and support from a plethora of ally units. Customizable settings such as auto, retry, and replay allow both hardcore and casual players to fight their own way, and should things take a terrible turn, use Super Reincarnation to rejoin the fight and keep trying until you succeed. Disgaea is a franchise that's been around for a long time, and yeah, visually it's not blow away, but Disgaea 6 does have a little bit of a visual uplift, and I like the style of the game, and it still stays true to what Disgaea has always been. Disgaea 6 Complete, again, hits June 28th. Next up, another JRPG, Metal Max Xeno Reborn. Metal Max Xeno Reborn is an action JRPG with real-time battle and vehicle combat elements. Join Tal as a lone hunter and search for allies in a vengeance-charged war against monsters and robotic enemies. Learn new skills and collect and customize tanks as you journey through a devastated world. Visually, I'm not going to say that this game is anything blow away. However, that's not why you're getting into the game. The themes and the setting of the game looks really good. Set in a devastated world called Dystopia, Metal Max Xeno Reborn is a non-linear open-world JRPG with real-time battle and vehicle combat elements. Take control of Talos and search for other survivors. The fate of the universe is in your hand. Hunt down your enemies with the helping hand from loved characters and your beloved battle dog Pochi. Pochi can also level up and learn new skills and will join up as a fourth member. Metal Max Xeno Reborn is out June 10th. Next up, we have SpellForce III Reforced. This obviously came out on PC a while back, but now will be making the transition to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and then it will be seeing a PC release with this new version. SpellForce III Reforced is a unique mix of an epic RPG storyline blended with accessible real-time strategy elements designed to offer a riveting console experience to fans and newcomers alike. It is the year 518. The rebellion of the renegade mages known as the Mage Wars has been quashed. Whole regions have fallen into anarchy. Refugees roam the lands in search of shelter, and a mysterious deadly plague called the Bloodburn has arisen and it's spreading rapidly. The game will be priced at $39.99. There will also be a complete edition featuring both of the game's expansions. That'll be $60. SpellForce III Reforced is dropping on June 7th. Next up, we have a game that's been in early access on PC but making the transition to a PlayStation release as well, and that is the Hand of Merlin. The Hand of Merlin is a turn-based roguelite RPG in which Arthurian legend meets with sci-fi horror. Recruit mortal heroes to explore lands rife with otherworldly evil, make narrative-bending choices and unique interactive encounters, and search for the lost fragments of your soul across the multiverse. In early access, the game has had 142 user reviews. 78% of those reviews are positive, and the game will be coming out of early access in its full release on PS4 and PS5 on June 14th. Next up, here's one that I'm pretty excited about. Shadowrun Trilogy will be coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Now, these games have been out on PC for quite a while, but if you're into dialogue-heavy and narrative-driven tactical RPGs, this is going to be right up your alley. Great settings across all three of these games. The Shadowrun Trilogy comprises three cult tactical RPG taking place in a dystopian cyberpunk future in which magic has reawakened, bringing back to life creatures of high fantasy. Initially created as a tabletop RPG over 30 years ago, this one-of-a-kind setting that has gained a huge cult following during the past 3 decades. Shadowrun returns. You've got Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut, and then you also have Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition. Again, expect story-driven RPGs here. They are dialogue-heavy, and you have that turn-based tactical gameplay, but stories that are engrossing as well, so that's why you're getting into these games. Tactical RPG gameplay, and an engrossing narrative across the 3 titles. The game will be priced at $39.99, but it will be $29.99 if you have a PlayStation Plus subscription, so that is something to note. And then lastly, if you're into Metroidvania, Souldiers should be on your radar. Fight for your freedom in a sprawling fantasy world caught between the living and the fallen. Hone your skills in a retro epic featuring puzzle platforming, Metroidvania exploration, and crunchy Souls-like combat. The game definitely has a throwback visual style, and the release is coming up right around the corner. It will be out on June 2nd. So that is going to do it for me. Again, Quite a few games coming in June. I mean, from Fall Guys going free to play, AI the Somnium Files getting a follow-up, MX vs ATV Legends is a pretty notable release as well. There's a lot of variety in the releases. Disgaea 6, Metal Mag Xeno Reborn, JRPGs if you're into that. A lot of stuff. Redout 2 if you want a Wipeout style game. There's a lot of stuff coming in June. Just a lot of it isn't going to get the heaviest marketing push in the world. But that's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.